And he was kind enough to forward it over to me. Actually, Mike, Kevin, and Rosetta are absent.
Fayetteville Economic Redevelopment Agency will now come to order. Please rise for the pledge of allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Secretary, has this meeting been advertised according to law?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, House.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Diadio?
Here.
Mr. Newton?
Here.
Mr. Travisano?
Here.
Mr. Palanga?
Here.
Mr. Gravelli?
Here.
Councilwoman Kilpatrick?
Here.
Councilman Lembo?
Here.
First order of business is approval of minutes for prior meetings held on April 26th, 2018. Can I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion, we approve on roll call.
Second motion.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Diadio?
Yes.
Mr. Newton?
Yes.
Mr. Travisano?
Yes.
Mr. Palanga?
Yes.
Mr. Gravelli?
Yes.
Councilwoman Kilpatrick?
Yes.
Councilman Lembo?
Yes.
Next order of business, authorization for payment of bills non-NL, A through F.
I'll make a motion, we approve roll call vote.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Diadio?
Yes.
Mr. Newton?
Yes.
Mr. Travisano?
Mr.
Yes.
Travisano.
Mr. Palanga?
Yes.
Mr. Gravelli?
Yes.
Councilwoman Kilpatrick?
Yes.
Councilman Lembo?
Yes.
Next order of business, authorization for payment of bills NL related non-escrow to be paid when funds are available. That's item G. Can I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion, we approve on roll call vote.
Second motion.
Roll call.
Mr. Diadio?
Yes.
Mr. Newton?
Yes.
Mr. Travisano?
Yes.
Mr. Palanga?
Yes.
Mr. Gravelli?
Yes.
Councilwoman Kilpatrick?
Yes.
Councilman Lembo?
Yes.
Next order of business, 6C, authorization for payment of bills to be paid from escrow accounts to be paid only if escrow funds are available. That's H through J.
Make a motion, we approve on roll call vote.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Diadio?
Yes.
Mr. Newton?
Yes.
Mr. Travisano?
Yes.
Mr. Palanga?
Yes.
Mr. Gravelli?
Yes.
Councilwoman Kilpatrick?
Yes.
Councilman Lembo?
Yes.
Next order of business, pending matters, waterfront redevelopment. Samuel.
Okay, we had a meeting last week, a BBA meeting, where the environmental status was updated. They are moving forward. They talked about having a meeting with BER, that's the Bureau of Environmental Radiation. And that meeting is scheduled for June 4th, so I will have somebody from my office attend with the developer and his consultants. That'll tell us more about what that one last site has to go through and be dealt with. There has been progress with regard to the sulfur. The sulfur was excavated. The concrete around the sulfur was broken up for disposal. The sulfur is now above the ground and under a tarp, getting ready for removal, so progress is happening. We were asked to review the qualifications for Mike Singer from Geosynthetics. We reviewed his qualifications and think they're appropriate, and that was a request that came through from North American's attorney, so we would recommend approval of them to go through and replace the other people that were there before working for Brian. That's all I have for waterfront redevelopment.
Dave, what was the name of that group again?
Geosyntec.
Geosyntec.
Syntec, yes.
Is there a resolution on that for tonight?
I think that as long as you go through and during the open portion, approve it by motion, then a resolution can be sent to, or actually a letter can be sent to him from the mayor, not the mayor, from Joe, advising them that they have been approved.
Next, Hercules redevelopment plan scheduled for public hearing on May 29th, 2018 before mayor and council.
That's just more informational than anything else. That's going to be before Mayor Council.
Nothing from us, right? Okay. C, Mako property referred to planning board.
Yes, I spoke briefly to the attorney for the planning board today, actually. And there were a couple of issues I'd like to address in closed that just came up. But they have acknowledged receipt of it, they're gonna take action, from what I understand, fairly expeditiously on that request for designation.
The Oprah requests.
We have two very detailed Oprah requests. One comes through Mr. Huang, Huang, on behalf of Baykeeper. Second one is Mr. Shaw. Not sure where Mr. Shaw comes from, but these are very detailed requests, ask for all kinds of information addressed to the National Lead property. I forwarded them out to Mike, so we're working on them together, whoever can supply the appropriate information. I just thought the agency be aware that the two requests came in, one regarding Baykeeper and the other one, I'm not really sure where that's coming from.
And when Mike bills for all this stuff, we just absorb it?
Well, the problem is, we're not allowed to, these detailed, it's very limited what you can charge these people. That's a big part of the problem. And I have some of the information, not all of the information, so we don't bill individually, but Mike has to, so it does become quite, burdensome and somewhat expensive, except that we are, according to
obligated.
Oprah statute, we have to supply this information.
Oh,
And I
didn't
found
he
quite
send it-
often it's a way to
Didn't you send
get
a-
information for litigation purposes or other things, as opposed to what you would think it would be for, people actually wanting to find out what's going on.
And that's why Joe and I wanted to put it on the agenda, so when you see a bill come in, when Don sees a bill come in that says, whoa, it's because we had to go through thousands of pages of Oprah documents. They do have to pay, but that's a copying charge, so they may pay a few $100.
So we are trying to supply all the information we have available, working with Mike, so whatever we can do to cut expenses, we're trying to do.
That's what you're asking, Mike. He only sent $10.
Yeah, it's gonna be, we're gonna give an estimate of what when we collect all the documents, we tell them it's 1,000 pages and the charge is, Anthony, what's the allowable charge on
25
Oprah?
cents a page, right?
Per page?
Yeah.
No, it's like per cent, like a few cents per
few
page.
cents.
Yeah, it's 25, it was 25.
Yeah, unless if we have to go out to third party to duplicate, then we could charge what they charge, but we have to get authorization.
But Rennie, in answer to your question, a $10 fee doesn't mean anything.
I
That's
know.
just something they give to us. That
That's-
doesn't limit us in terms of what we can charge.
I was gonna say that's-
Maybe bad, but it's not that bad.
Things like 10 cents a page
Yeah,
to start
ridiculous.
with, up to so many pages.
All right. Resolution providing for holding of private executive meeting pertaining to litigation, personnel, contract negotiations, and property acquisition and sale. May I have a motion to go into close?
Make a motion to go into close?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Anything for new business? Anyone? Dave?
I think the only issue is that the agency needs to direct the executive director to communicate with North American Properties that Geosyntec is acceptable, an acceptable contractor for the project.
Make a motion.
Yeah, make a motion.
We have a motion to approve.
Make a motion, we approve, or roll call?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Diablo?
Yes.
Mr. Nuki?
Mr. Newman?
Don?
Yes.
Mr. Travisano?
Yes.
Mr. Belinda?
Yes.
Mr. Lavalley?
Yes.
Councilwoman Kilpatrick?
Yes.
Councilman Wentz?
Yes.
Any resolutions for tonight?
No, that was the only one.
Comments from the commissioners? Being none, can I have a motion to open this to the public?
Make a motion, we open to the public?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed, guys have it. Anyone in the public wish to speak? Since no one's here, can I have a motion to close public portion?
Make a motion, we close the public portion?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, guys have it. Can I have a motion to adjourn?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Have a good vacation.
Opposed?
Did everybody check their contact sheet, make sure it was good?